Texas has decided to reopen during a pandemic. Hello my loves, I wanted to pop into the beginning of this day in the life with my Selena mug. My mom bought me that, she knows I love Selena. I wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for all of your amazingly kind messages, your love and support since announcing that I am not vegan, and I really didn't expect any less from this bunch. I think we all have the common understanding that you're able to make decisions in your life without testifying or having to be judged by a jury of your peers, because yeah, we're the judge and jury when it comes to our own lives. And my vegan friends have been amazing. You guys have been amazing. Of course, my vegan friends knew before I announced. And I remember watching Miles from Healthy Crazy Cool a while back, and one of his friends had decided not to be vegan, and he was like inundated with comments asking, are you still gonna be friends with this person? And he was like, I'm kind of offended that you guys would think so little of me that I choose my relationships based on what a person puts in their mouth. And that resonated with me a lot, because I used to get that same question about my boyfriend, like, how do you date someone who eats meat? How do you have mealtime with someone who eats meat? And my answer was always, because I love him, because he's an amazing human, because I know he will do anything for me. And that doesn't change because he's not vegan. So when I'm grocery shopping for him and, you know, having to do something that to me morally feels wrong, I know that the end result is still love. And I think that God's always working through me and preparing my heart for changes in my life, because my life has changed a lot. Losing my dog, changing my diet, a lot of other things that I'll be sharing very shortly. And my dog was on a homemade food diet, so salmon rice, a supplement from her vet, and some veggies, or chicken rice and supplement from her veggies. And she was a senior dog with heart disease. She absolutely could not be on a vegan diet. And at first it was like, ooh, I have to buy these things for her, but it feels so wrong. But I just came to learn that even something that feels so wrong, the end result can be love and nourishment and life. And I know that that prolonged her life so much. And now I'm able to apply that to myself too. Something that felt and feels wrong sometimes, the end result is love for myself, nourishment for myself, and longevity in life. So I know a lot of you guys that are vegan can't even like compute having to make that choice, and I hope that you never have to. I hope that you're able to be vegan for your entire life, but that's just not the case for some of us. Life happens and you just have to adjust. So without further ado, let's get into this day in my life. I am hunkering down here because I'm in full hunker down but be happy mode here in my home, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I had to leave on the audio for you guys to hear the birds chirping this morning, because that has been the vibe of my little hunker down homestead. That's what I'm lovingly referring to my apartment as now. I've really been enjoying myself the last few days. I feel like I'm feeling more like myself. I'm really embracing all of the changes life has had for me, and just enjoying fun things like giving into TikTok trends and making Dalgona coffee. If you like this video and you like my channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a ton. This morning I got up pretty early, around 6:30. I've been taking a break from my 5 a.m. routine, and I had a hot cup of coffee. I forgot to film that for you guys. And I ran into one of my little friends. It's actually the season where deers have their babies, so I've seen lots of baby deer over the last couple of days. They still have their really fuzzy fur. They don't have their sleek coats yet. And it just feels so amazing to be in this space. I'm in the city, you guys. I'm a few miles from a Trader Joe's, but it feels like I'm in nature, and I'm so thankful to have found this place. I can't imagine being at my old apartment during this time. I just look up and I feel super blessed. This morning my farmhouse delivery came, and they are striving to be a zero waste company. So they put these at your door, and then the next week you put it outside so they can reuse it and not have to use any kind of plastic bags or anything. The bins are pretty durable. So I just took a look to see what I got. They were out of a few things that I ordered, like radishes, but I'll take what I can get, and I'm really lucky to be able to get this delivered to my door instead of having to go to the farmer's market or to the store. I got lettuce, of course, because I am a rabbit, and some curly kale, some dino kale, 2 more cucumbers, and these are huge, y'all, huge cucumbers, some local coffee, a really big zucchini. The zucchini was £1. I thought I'd get maybe 2 or 3, but this one was big enough to meet the weight requirements. Black garlic, which is fermented garlic. I thought I'd give it a go and see how my stomach liked it. And then I also got some oranges. I am so excited for this coffee. The notes in it sound fantastic. It's from Brazil. Peanut butter, graham cracker, and chocolate. Have you ever heard anything more amazing in your life? As I go on and rave about my amazing local coffee, I'm literally getting ready to drink bottom of the barrel coffee. Instant coffee, y'all. I'm sorry if you're an instant coffee drinker. I think you're a great person. But I'm making that Dalgona coffee that everyone's made on TikTok. So I did 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, and 2 tablespoons of water. A lot of people like to do equal parts. I didn't want it to be too strong. The only time I typically use instant coffee is in frozen drinks because I don't want to dilute my frozen drink with adding coffee in. So that's why I typically use it. So with that knowledge, I didn't want it to be too strong. I'm using the sweet like sugar, which is like a sugar substitute situation, and then just Nescafe. I also got a decaf version of this so that I could try it. I put it in my KitchenAid, whipped it up to high so that we could get that fluffy signature Dalgona coffee that I'm sure you've seen everywhere. And just about 4 minutes later, this is what we had. It's so crazy. Who knew you could basically make coffee whipped cream out of sugar and instant coffee? I probably could have let mine go a little longer to get a little bit fluffier, but I'm not sure, since I wasn't using a standard sugar, I used a sugar substitute, if that would have happened or not. So this is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a little bit poopy. And I just put it in there with some almond milk. I use the Califia Farms, that's why it looks kind of gray instead of white like most almond milks. And then stir your heart out. Honestly, this was pretty good. It was very rich and creamy, just strong enough, not too strong. It is sweet, so if you don't like sweet coffee, you might want to cut back on the amount of sugar or sugar substitute that you end up using. But if you've ever worked at Starbucks, it kind of tastes like a breve drink, which is a beverage made out of, is it half and half or heavy whipping cream? I think it's half and half is breve. It's been a while since I worked at Starbucks, but that's what it tasted like, a really rich breve drink. I went and got changed and just was sitting crisscross applesauce on my sofa, drinking my coffee, listening to an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to Big Magic on Audible, and I really am enjoying it. After coffee, I washed my face and put on a little bit of serum, and then I wanted to go ahead and ice roll. I got this ice roller from Amazon a few weeks ago. I really wanted to give it a good go and see if I liked it before I talked about it in a video. This is $10, y'all. The best $10. I'm using it right now with my skincare, but after I get in from walks, I really like to use it. Your hot skin, the cool roller, it's amazing, and it does really good things for your pores. I can't recommend this enough. It's so amazing and such a good price. I'll link it in my Amazon store down below. If you want to use that link, I get like, I don't know, 1% or something like that. You guys think I'm worth 1%, right? I just wanted to show you an up close. Basically, there's just a ton of little beads in there, and they freeze. You just put it in your freezer, and it's a very gentle cooling. I used to have a machine from Vanity Planet that I used for this, but one of my aunts wanted it, so I let her have that. So I use this now. I'm just pressing in the rest of my serum, and then we are off. Off where, you ask? To the living room. I found these pom-poms in my closet the other day. These are actually called pound poms. They're weighted. There's a 1 pound weight in each one, so I wanted to show off my cheer skills with them while getting a little bit of an arm workout. The lady that created these is actually a Black lady, so supporting a Black-owned business. Yay! We all know I think hydration is key, so I'm filling up my water bottle before I head out for a walk in a little bit. And of course, I've been trying to take my greens every single day. You know, I shotgun them because I'm a savage, but the next time I get greens, I think I'm going to try the My Adventure to Fit greens. These are the Organifi greens, and I like them, but they have matcha in them. And the other night, I accidentally took them like around 5 p.m. and then I couldn't sleep. So I would like a caffeine-free greens powder going forward. Since I was cheering over here, I thought I'd show you when I work out over here, I just flip my ottoman upside down and slide it over to this corner. It's super convenient for me to do that, and it's not very hard. So I just wanted to show you. My ottoman is over in the corner. I got changed and ready for my walk. I have been watching a whole lot of Dr. Dre lately. So I have my face sunscreen. This is just a store brand face sunscreen. It was all that I could find in this current climate. I don't really feel comfortable going to a lot of stores. So I just grabbed the store brand, and I'm applying that all over my face and my ears. And I do one layer just to kind of give myself a base coat. And then I do a second layer to get any spots that I might have missed the first time. That is a pro tip straight from Dr. Dre. Just a side note, I don't usually take advice from people on the internet, but she is a dermatologist, so I feel comfortable taking advice from her. Then I'm spraying myself. I always spray my tattoos, otherwise they turn green. I mean, my tattoo's already green, but sun damage on tattoos is not a good thing. So I'm just spraying myself. I also sprayed my feet because my Birkenstock tan is looking real dirty. And I wanted to show you guys my Lola leggings. These are in the color Sunlight Splash. And they're pretty much sold out, which is a total bummer because I love these. But check the website. They may have a couple left in your size. Austin has been beautiful the last couple of days. Clearly I'm on the phone with someone, the boy obviously. I guess maybe that's not obvious, but we have some good weather days. I actually checked the weather after I went outside and it was super duper hot. These are some cute little ornaments, wind chimes. They're not wind chimes, they're just little ornaments that one of my neighbors made. And I thought they were so cute. We have cardinals flying around everywhere, so I love that they made that. And it was just a really joyful moment in my walk to look over and see these charms hanging from the tree, and I had to get a shot of it. I wanted to show you guys my eyes. I get the worst allergies, and since it's spring, there's pollen everywhere. I get really congested, but I do take allergy medicine, so I ended up being fine. I just wanted to show you how quickly my eyes get like burning and watery and red when I'm out on my walks. But it's really good for my body and for my mental health to get out of the house, since all of us are hunkering down, as Leslie Jordan would say. I stopped at the mailbox. I had a little package, which is super exciting. I love these trees. I don't know if the bark is supposed to look like that, but I think they look really cool, and there's always a bunch of ants going through them. I got home, had on my little Calvin Klein sports bra. I changed into it. I'm using my Trader Joe's cucumber and citrus wipes. I still had one more workout to do, so I just wanted to wipe off some of the sunscreen and give myself a tiny little refresh and not take like a full shower. So I just did a little wipe of my neck and in between my boobs. You know, those things get sweaty, behind the ears, get all the sunscreen off. And then I use my Honey Pot calming spray just to kind of refresh my deodorant. And speaking of deodorant, I am back to using Dove. I've been using it ever since they announced that they were cruelty-free. And after watching Dr. Dre, I feel pretty confident in using an aluminum deodorant. I tidied up just a little bit, and my skin felt like it needed a little something. So I went ahead and sprayed it with the Lush Tea Tree Water Toner. I've used this since, gosh, so long. And it's one of my holy grail things. I almost used the last of it, so I need to go ahead and order a new one. And this was my lunch today. It was the Edyn Original Adult Lunchable. Still eat them all the time. This is an everything but the bagel rice cake with, I don't remember what I put on it that day. Some carrots with some ranch and hot sauce, and a shrimp cocktail skewer. Just popping in after recording a yoga video that probably went live before this video. What's happening there? Okay, good. I'm gonna have some enchiladas. I had a bunch of leftover veggies yesterday, and I'll show you what they look like. But my legs, y'all, they're jello, especially since I took a walk earlier, and my walk is like all incline, like super incline. But time for dinner. I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna have a couple chunks of cantaloupe while my food is warming. If you're plus size, actually if you're anyone can follow along with these yoga videos, but especially if you're plus size, I have this video now live on my channel. It's just a plus size goddess flow. It's called that because we focus on goddess pose, which is kind of a middle squat. And I really enjoyed filming this video, and I got a lot of good feedback on it over on Instagram. So it is live on my channel. Just check my plus size yoga with Edyn playlist. I brought all of my plants over for a sun bath. Sometimes, not all of the time, I just like to bring them over to this corner of my house that gets a lot of light. and let them get some light. Pothos or low light plants, but a little sunlight never hurt anyone, right? And then I wanted to show you how much my onions have grown. I wanted to make dinner, but I did this a few days ago. I just took this tiny little planter and took all of the things that clutter up my counter and put them in there, and it's made everything so much more organized. I snacked on some cantaloupe while I was reheating my dinner, which was so yummy, you guys, and it was mostly leftovers, like I said. It was sweet potatoes, some squash, some peppers, the Trader Joe's enchilada sauce, and some cheese, and then just some frozen corn that I had made the day before out of leftover veggies that I had from different Buddha bowls and stuff I had made throughout the week. I popped it into the microwave, and am I the only one that just pushes the 30-second until you get to the time that you need instead of pushing the actual amount of time? I put a little bit of everything but the elote seasoning on my corn. This is not vegan, it's vegetarian, so if you are vegetarian and you'd like to try it, it's pretty darn good. And that's just a dollop of Greek yogurt on top, everything but the elote seasoning, some salsa that I made, some avocado, half a cup of rice, and I ended up only eating one of the enchiladas, which was kind of surprising. My appetite has changed so much in the past couple of months. Since I took a walk today and did some yoga, I thought that I would soak just a little bit. I used the Dr. Teal's. This one is from Costco. They came in really huge bags. Usually I like the lavender one, but the therapeutic was fine. I have my little fire that the boy talked us into getting and my candle going, and this is my master bathroom. Earlier I was in my guest bathroom, and I'm just soaking a little, showing you guys the obligatory leg soak shot that all influencers do. Am I right? I also wanted to share that I've been oil pulling, mostly because I listen to way too much of the Goop podcast. This is actually not Osea, it's the Pixie Glow Tonic, and then I use the Pacifica Wake Up Beautiful. It's an overnight mask, and I mixed it with the Paula's Choice Nightly Reconditioning Moisturizer. This stuff is expensive, super expensive, and I'm almost out. I pulled my prayer card for the night, and I thought it was so insane. I promise you guys that God talks to me so much. I was talking about doing things with love at the beginning of this video, and then I pulled this prayer card. Let all that you do be done in love. This again looks like Osea. I really love using these Osea bottles. This is actually a mixture of vitamin E, jojoba oil, avocado oil, and essential oils. And I made it myself, and my skin has been soaking it up and loving it. And it gives you the nicest glow to your skin as well. And that was my day. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. Until next time, I don't know, be you, do you, for you, because you deserve to live a life you love. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourself. Bye.